Billionaires spend millions on their health, but the habits that actually work cost absolutely nothing. If you think wealthy people look better and live longer because they can afford expensive treatments, you're only seeing half the picture. Yes, they have access to the best doctors and cutting-edge therapies, but the real secret to their health isn't what they buy. It's what they do every single day that most people ignore. Today, we're breaking down the 10 health habits that billionaires and ultra-successful people swear by. You'll discover why Mark Zuckerberg wears the same outfit every day, what Warren Buffett's morning routine reveals about longevity, and the shocking sleep habit that Jeff Bezos credits for his success. We're covering the daily rituals that separate the healthy wealthy from everyone else, the science behind why these habits work, and how you can implement every single one of them starting today without spending a dollar. Plus, at the 7-minute mark, there's a health optimization technique used by tech CEOs that sounds insane, but is backed by decades of research. Here's what most people get wrong about wealthy people's health. They assume it's all about access to expensive doctors, private chefs, and luxury gyms. But when you actually study the daily habits of billionaires, you find something surprising. The most powerful health practices they follow are completely free and available to everyone. The difference isn't money. It's knowledge, discipline, and understanding that health is the ultimate wealth. When you have billions of dollars but feel terrible, none of it matters. This is why the ultra-wealthy obsess over optimization, not just treatment. Think about it this way. Rich people didn't get wealthy by wasting resources on things that don't work. They're ruthlessly efficient with their time and energy. The health habits they've adopted aren't trendy or expensive. They're scientifically proven, time-tested practices that deliver maximum return on investment. What's fascinating is that many of these habits directly contributed to their success. It's not that they became healthy after getting rich. They used these practices to build the energy, focus, and resilience needed to become successful in the first place. Let's break down the 10 health habits that separate the top 1% from everyone else, and more importantly, how you can start implementing them immediately. Number 10. They wake up early, really early. Most successful people wake up between 4 and 6 a.m. Tim Cook wakes up at 3:45 a.m. Bob Iger wakes up at 4:15 a.m. Richard Branson is up by 5 a.m. This isn't about suffering or proving toughness. It's about biology and strategic advantage. Waking up early aligns with your body's natural cortisol rhythm. Cortisol, your alertness hormone, naturally peaks between 6 and 8 a.m. By waking early, you're working with your biology, not against it. You also get quiet, uninterrupted time before the world starts making demands on your attention. Early risers report higher productivity, better mood, and more consistent exercise habits. The key is going to bed early enough to get adequate sleep. Rich people don't sacrifice sleep to wake early. They protect their sleep schedule religiously, which leads us to the next habit. Number 9, they prioritize sleep above everything else. Jeff Bezos aims for 8 hours of sleep every night. He said that getting proper sleep makes him a better decision maker, and that one good decision can offset thousands of hours of work. Arianna Huffington built an entire company around sleep optimization after collapsing from exhaustion. The ultra-wealthy understand that sleep deprivation destroys cognitive function, emotional regulation, and physical health. One night of poor sleep reduces your cognitive performance by 30%. Chronic sleep deprivation increases your risk of every major disease. Rich people create perfect sleep environments, completely dark rooms, temperature controlled between 65 and 68 degrees, no screens for an hour before bed, and consistent sleep schedules even on weekends. They treat sleep like a business meeting that cannot be missed. The return on investment for sleep is astronomical. You can't outwork bad sleep, but you can outperform everyone with great sleep. This habit alone can transform your health, energy, and decision-making ability. Number 8, they practice intermittent fasting. Jack Dorsey, Hugh Jackman, and countless other successful people use intermittent fasting to optimize energy and mental clarity. This isn't about starvation or deprivation. It's about giving your digestive system a break and forcing your body into fat-burning mode. The most common approach is 16.8, fasting for 16 hours and eating within an 8-hour window. For most people, this means skipping breakfast and eating between noon and 8 p.m. During the fasting period, your body undergoes cellular repair, increases growth hormone production, and improves insulin sensitivity. The benefits go beyond weight management. Fasting improves mental clarity, increases energy, reduces inflammation, and may extend lifespan. Many executives report their best work happens during fasted states because there's no post-meal energy crash. The key is starting gradually. Begin with 12 hours overnight, then extend to 14, then 16. Stay hydrated during fasting periods. Black coffee and plain tea are allowed. Once adapted, most people report feeling more energized and focused than ever before. Number 7, they move constantly throughout the day. Rich people aren't sitting at desks for 8 hours straight. They use standing desks, treadmill desks, and take walking meetings. Steve Jobs was famous for walking meetings. Mark Zuckerberg holds walking meetings. Barack Obama takes walking meetings around the White House grounds. The science is clear. Sitting for extended periods is catastrophic for health. It's been called the new smoking. Prolonged sitting increases risk of heart disease, diabetes, and early death, independent of exercise. You can't out-exercise 10 hours of sitting. Wealthy people combat this with constant movement. They stand during phone calls, walk during meetings, and take brief movement breaks every hour. This isn't about formal exercise. It's about avoiding prolonged stillness. The practical application is simple. Set a timer for every 50 minutes. When it goes off, stand up and move for 5 to 10 minutes. Take calls while walking. Have standing or walking conversations instead of sitting in conference rooms. These micro movements accumulate into massive health benefits. Number 6, they practice mindfulness or meditation daily. Ray Dalio meditates twice daily and credits it for his success. Oprah Winfrey practices transcendental meditation. Bill Gates recently started meditating and regrets not starting earlier. Mark Benioff has meditation rooms in Salesforce offices. This isn't mystical or spiritual necessarily. It's a practical tool for managing stress, improving focus, and increasing emotional regulation. Just 10 minutes of daily meditation has been shown to reduce anxiety, improve attention span, and increase gray matter in the brain. Wealthy people understand that mental health is foundational to physical health and success. Chronic stress destroys your body from the inside out. Meditation is like a software update for your brain, allowing you to respond instead of react. You don't need apps, courses, or special equipment. Sit quietly for 10 minutes, focus on your breath, and when your mind wanders, gently bring attention back to breathing. That's it. The benefits compound over time. Number 5, they drink massive amounts of water. Most ultra-successful people drink a gallon or more of water daily. They start every morning with 32 ounces of water before anything else. They carry water bottles everywhere and drink consistently throughout the day. Dehydration destroys cognitive performance, physical energy, and metabolic function. Even mild dehydration, just 2% body water loss, reduces mental performance by 20%. Your brain is 75% water. When dehydrated, it literally shrinks. Proper hydration improves focus, energy, skin quality, digestion, and cellular function. It's the simplest, cheapest performance enhancer available. Yet most people walk around chronically dehydrated without realizing it. The wealthy track their water intake obsessively. They use apps, marked water bottles, or simply count glasses. The goal is half your body weight in ounces minimum, more if you exercise or live in hot climates. This one habit can eliminate afternoon crashes and brain fog. Number 4, they eliminate sugar and processed foods completely. Billionaires don't eat junk food. Period. Their diets are built around whole foods, vegetables, quality proteins, and healthy fats. They view food as fuel and information for their bodies, not entertainment. Sugar is inflammation in a package. It spikes insulin, crashes energy, promotes fat storage, and accelerates aging. Processed foods contain chemicals, preservatives, and additives that disrupt hormone function and gut health. Wealthy people hire nutritionists and chefs, but the core principle is simple: eat real food that had a mother or grew from the ground. Avoid anything in a package with more than 5 ingredients. This eliminates 90% of what's in a typical grocery store. The transformation from switching to whole foods is dramatic. Within 2 weeks, people report stable energy, better sleep, improved mood, and effortless weight management. This isn't deprivation. It's optimization. Number 3, they strength train consistently. Mark Zuckerberg lifts weights. Tim Cook hits the gym at 5 a.m. Michelle Obama prioritizes strength training. The ultra-wealthy understand that muscle is the organ of longevity. Cardio is important, but strength training is essential. Muscle mass determines metabolic rate, insulin sensitivity, bone density, and functional capacity as you age. After 30, you lose 3 to 5% of muscle mass per decade unless you actively prevent it. The wealthy don't spend hours in gyms. They do efficient, intense strength training 3 to 4 times per week for 45 minutes. Full body compound movements like squats, deadlifts, presses, and rows. This builds functional strength and maintains metabolic health. You don't need expensive gyms or equipment. Bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, or basic dumbbells are sufficient. The key is consistency and progressive overload, gradually increasing difficulty over time. Number 2, they get regular blood work and optimize biomarkers. This is where wealth provides advantage, but the principle applies to everyone. Rich people track their health data obsessively. They get comprehensive blood panels every quarter, track biomarkers, and adjust their habits based on data. They monitor inflammation markers, hormone levels, nutrient deficiencies, and metabolic health. This allows them to catch problems early and optimize performance. Peter Thiel famously spends enormous amounts on life extension research and regular testing. Most people wait until they feel sick to see a doctor. The wealthy optimize when healthy. They view healthcare as proactive optimization, not reactive treatment. This mindset shift is crucial. You can apply this principle by getting annual comprehensive blood work, tracking key markers like vitamin D, thyroid hormones, and inflammatory markers, and adjusting nutrition and lifestyle based on results. Many direct-to-consumer labs now offer affordable testing. And now, number 1, the most powerful health habit rich people practice. They protect their time and energy ruthlessly. This is the meta-habit that enables all others. Warren Buffett famously said the difference between successful and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. Wealthy people understand that time and energy are finite resources. Every commitment, Every meeting, every distraction depletes these resources. They guard their schedules like fortresses, saying no to anything that doesn't align with their priorities. This directly impacts health because stress comes from loss of control and overwhelming demands. By protecting time, you create space for sleep, exercise, meal preparation, and recovery. You eliminate the chronic stress that destroys health. The practical application is learning to say no without guilt, protecting morning routines, and blocking time for health activities and treating them as non-negotiable, eliminating energy vampires, people and activities that drain you without adding value. This habit transforms everything because it creates the foundation for all other habits. You can't exercise consistently if you're overwhelmed and exhausted. You can't eat well if you're rushing between commitments. You can't sleep properly if you're checking emails at midnight. Rich people understand that health is the ultimate asset. Money can be made and lost, but you only get one body. They invest in health first because everything else depends on it. The return on investment for health practices is infinite because poor health makes everything else impossible. Here's your action plan. Choose 3 habits from this list to implement immediately. Don't try to do everything at once. Start with the ones that resonate most. For most people, that means prioritizing sleep, drinking more water, and moving throughout the day. Week 1, focus on consistency. Week 2, add another habit. Week 3, add one more. By week 4, you'll have transformed your daily routine and started experiencing the energy and focus that successful people use to dominate their fields. Track your progress. Notice how you feel. Pay attention to energy levels, mental clarity, and overall well-being. These aren't abstract benefits. They're tangible improvements you'll experience within days. The beautiful truth is that the most powerful health habits are free. You don't need wealth to be healthy. You need knowledge and discipline. The ultra-wealthy figured this out, which is partly why they're ultra-wealthy. Health creates energy. Energy creates productivity. Productivity creates success. Share in the comments which habit you're starting with and why. Let's create a community of people who understand that health is the foundation for everything else. If this video changed how you think about health and success, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Subscribe for more content that reveals what the top 1% know about health, wealth, and optimization. Your future self will thank you for starting today.